Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. I am the Battle Room, and it's been a while, but here we are with Raghav once again. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited to finally go to NAIC soon. Try and win the whole thing. Practice has been we've been going hard, you know. I wouldn't say it's going well, just because it's always a stressful time. But I'm in a really good mood. Excited to play Pokemon, and this tournament was honestly really fun to watch for the most part, and get a lot of like information and creativity, you know, for NAIC.
Yeah, I think Korean nationals is always a little bit weird. Obviously, Sejun doesn't play as much, so like the Korean players we do see are a little less well known, but obviously really solid. I know we did have one in top four of worlds last year, so it is definitely a region to watch out for. These people come to play, and yeah, so we got ourselves a finals here. So we have Weezing. We have Koraidon Weezing as the first team here. I don't know either of their names, so I didn't look that up
I
before.
forgot. That's totally on me, and unfortunately, I do not read Korean. So we will definitely, obviously, plug their names in the description. But these are two amazing players, and I believe the Koraidon Weezing player is the winners bracket finalist. So he has not even dropped a set up until this point,
God damn.
or at least since the bracket stage. I don't remember the full format of the tournament, but he's winners finals winner, and this other guy is the losers bracket winner. So it's going to be a really sick matchup, but keep in mind the Walking Wake Koraidon team. We just saw Zhejiang get like a second at regionals with this. So it's a team that's known, but it's proving that it is still really strong and difficult to like truly beat in 2 out of 3 games.
Yeah, I was kind of curious because I think like we saw at Portland, this team dominated. It did incredibly well, getting second. And then it kind of like in Europe, I don't know, maybe they're not. They did try. There was a couple Europeans who were trying to, win with Koraidon Weezing. But it was like, I think the best finish was top 16. I mean, I know it was top 16 because I was interested in Weezing Koraidon myself. In the last couple weeks. But I do think that the team is really good. It does have some holes. I do think it's not unbeatable. So I am going to be very curious to see how, the other guy approaches this matchup, because it is something that I think you can prep for, and it can be a little bit linear at times, because if you make them lead the Weezing, like some matchups they have to lead the Weezing, and this is one of them. Miraidon is really difficult, and if you're not leading Weezing, it can get out of hand really quickly. So I'm going to be curious to see how they approach this one. But yeah, I don't think there's anything crazy here, right?
Yeah, just real quick recap. It's like ability shield Koraidon with flame charge, collision course blitz, the spooky plate shatter rider, Terra Dark, astral barrage psychic. I believe it's encore protect, and then poison gas, play rough, taunt protect Weezing. The snarl aqua jet, walking wake. I don't remember the item on Weezing.
It's
And
usually
Brute
Covert
Bonnet.
Cloak. Covert Cloak on
So
Weezing
Brute
and then
Bonnet
Rocky
Rocky
Helmet.
Helmet then.
Yeah.
I believe it's Sucker Punch Seed Bombs for Rage Powder, and then the Chi-Yu is the Scarf set with Heat Wave, Snarl, Dark Pulse, and Flamethrower instead of Overheat.
I think this one actually has Runation. It might. I don't remember. Some of them were running Runation. I don't know if this one does. But Runation's an
I've
option.
seen that.
Yeah. I don't know if this is it, but yeah. This team is just so good. It just has so much like it's so cohesive, right? With the Sun mode, the Weezing mode, it just goes really hard. And over here we have kind of a crazy team. I do know some of the weird choices here. Because I did see like a pace someone made of it. So it's actually going to be Tickle Whimsicott. For those who do not know, Tickle lowers your attack, or the target's attack and defense. So it's usually like it's like a weird budget charm, but it also works like baby doll eyes. Like it obviously has priority. It's a really weird fucking move. We very rarely see it. And then the other weird
I
choice
think it has priority.
it doesn't have, well, it has priority for Whimsicott, but no, it doesn't have priority.
Yeah, Whimsicott. So
Yeah.
even Whimsicott's charm would have priority. It's cool because it lowers defense too, right? Which is really big for attackers like Urshifu, Calyrex, Incin.
Yeah.
But also, I believe that Lander's Eye is Crunch. So you
does
can
have
crunch CSR and one-shot it with Tickle. The other thing is it's so good into Zamazenta because that's reducing its damage.
Yeah, and I think what's funny about the CSR too is like I don't think you need to Tickle to one-shot CSR because Crunch is getting a sheer force boost. So I'm thinking that he just KOs, like if they don't.
I don't know. I really don't know. It depends on are you 31 attack IV then, right? Maybe.
I think you gotta be, yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe. I'm not sure. I would believe it KOs, but it might not on the
Yeah, no
bulkier
clue.
guys. I mean, that's what he has it. If you don't have to Tickle, it's still, forcing the Terra.
I think what's really cool too about Tickle is that instead of like a move like like Howl boosting or Shifu's attack, like if you get intimidated, the tickle defense drop is still really really huge for Shifu, right? He's able to crit through, and the defense drop is still applied, so it sets up some absurd calcs. I imagine, right? Like it's gonna do numbers
Yeah.
with the Mystic Water, Terra Water, or Shifu.
It's pretty nuts. I think it's really cool synergy. It's a really creative pick. And he has some other weird picks too, not just the Crunch Lando Eye. He's also got Helping Hand, Incin, Mystic Water Taunt or Shifu. And then I believe it's Nevermelt Ice or Icicle Plate Calyrex with Leech Seed. And AV Miraidon, but it's still Terra Fairy Gleam.
Yeah, I feel like AV Miraidon is something we've seen throughout. It won the first regional format, but yeah, not usually with the Terra Fairy Gleam. I think it's just more an aggressive one, and I'm curious to see how this one goes. I think the matchup, like, I have played a lot of Weezing, and I do know that Whimsicott, with specifically defensive Terra, can be incredibly frustrating for Weezing. If they opt to lead the Koraidon, you can no longer one-shot it. Tailwind goes up and there's nothing you can do, and you just have to survive the onslaught of moves. So I do think Tailwind can be big here. I'm curious to see if Whimsicott does opt to go, because it is Terra Fire, which I imagine is the answer here. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see if we see a Crunch. I'm curious to see if we how he approaches this one, right? Because he's got to make use of those Tailwind turns.
I think you definitely just lead the Whimsicott Terra Fire, and then if you're the opponent there with the Koraidon Weezing, I think you prioritize either matching speeds with like Flame Charge, or you just have to get the turns right and figure out what's protecting, what's not, get some early KOs, because Tailwind could be really bad.
Yeah. And I actually did have the honor of playing the guy who's not using Weezing, the Whimsicott guy. I played him at Worlds last year, and I was just blown away with how fucking good he is at Pokemon. Like, I played him, and there was no one at that tournament that I played that was as good as him. And I unfortunately hacked the fuck out of him, and I did eliminate him from the tournament X and 2. So, like, I don't know, dude. I think if he would have played, like, no luck versus me and just beat my ass, we could have made... I think he was so nasty at this game. So I'm curious to see...
Worlds.
Yeah, he could have won Worlds. I don't know. I think this dude is really incredible, and I'm excited to see him play on the biggest stage Korea has to offer here. They're locking in with their headsets.
Lie. He is shredded as fuck.
Who's winning the Drip War here? We've got a very good... They went with pretty standard fare, right? Like nothing too crazy, just some collared shirts.
I like the guy on the left's fit a little bit more. I really respect, the button shirt, and it's a fun collar. So I'm actually leading him in the Drip War. I just did want to say that this guy is shredded as fuck.
I do remember seeing that Worlds, and I'm like, dude, he's buff. He's ready to go. He's ready to hit the gym and hit the fucking Pokemon Battle Stadium here.
But really the question is, are his Pokemon as buff as he is? Like, is he been training as hard in the VGC fucking room? In the battle room?
We'll have to see. I do know, like, he obviously has a lot of creative little techs onto his team. But I do think even at Worlds when I played him, there was, like, weird techs, right? I think it was, like, Rocky Helmet or Shifu. Just some...
Holy shit.
There's some slightly weird things, right? Where you're like, damn, that's actually kind of annoying now. Like, how am I have to be careful of that. It's something I have to think about. And it kind of just, like, they're really small, but they add, like, they're huge advantages, right? When you're playing against him. For him, right? Like, because, like, the Whimsicott, right? The Tickle, it's not something you're necessarily prepared for. And you're like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I don't know... I have to think about Tickle now. Like it's like such a weird move here.
Yeah, and I saw in some of his other sets, the Tickle was like really, really pivotal. Like he'd Tickle an Ice Rider, and then the Whimsicott would live for the turn. Like it changes a lot. And I didn't get to see it versus Zamazenta because I didn't watch every match. I only actually got to see his, I think, losers finals or winners final. Yeah, I can't remember now, but. I am curious to see how it would do into like a Zamazenta or something. Like everything just starts taking a lot less from body press, or just the Urshifu synergy, like you were saying.
Yeah, I think Urshifu's the big one. Obviously, Urshifu and the Never Melt Ice. It's probably why he opted for a more aggressive item. But let's hop into this game. All right, so we got ourselves the Koraidon Weezing versus the Whimsicott Landorus here. So this is kind of what we were expecting. I think Landorus is a pretty good partner for Whimsicott here. You're able to threaten Earth Power onto basically either one, right? Because Whimsicott can potentially just Terra and Moonblast if it wanted to. Probably not what's going to happen, but it could. So I do think Koraidon does have to think about Terra, and then there's obviously a giant Earth Power staring it down. So I am curious to see how he's gonna play this turn out.
Yeah, honestly, this is looking like a really tricky spot for the Koraidon player here. I think like you have to make a call saying they're not going to Moonblast, they're going to prioritize setting up Tailwind, and try and either kill the Lando or get a speed boost with the Flame Charge. Because I think it's really safe, honestly. Just like protect Tailwind. Like, what's the downside?
And we are going to see that Terrifier turn 1, so opting not to risk even the Moonblast here, or it maybe just needs the little extra power to one-shot a Lando, because I do think the Lando could live if it's trained really, really bulky, right? Like, it's no Life Orb, it's no, like, its ability shield, so it's not going to one-shot. You do need that
That's
Terrifier.
true. We actually have no idea how the Lando is trained. We do know it's a Life Orb set, so it could be bulky. And Terrifier there just makes sense. I guess you're afraid of the Moonblast, but I feel like, Lando's in such a good spot now. It's threatening Earth Power on both slots for 100%.
And it doesn't have Sandseer Storm, which is important. And I do think that we did see Koraidon go for a move into Landorus there, yeah. And we are going to see this taunt come off, so there will be no tickling here. The tickle monster will remain caged. But it's still a great spot, right? No Flame Charge, no Speed Boost. So now you're just sitting there chilling. The Lando also has 186 HP, which I believe is max, or 244. So this guy's bulky as fuck. He's meant to be tanky here.
Okay, it is interesting now that they're, not able to tickle. So you might want to switch to Miraidon or Earth Power the Koraidon, because I don't think Weezing's doing that much.
No, Weezing's doing nothing. I think this is actually a free swap. Like, you are able to just fire off an EP, and conserving... You need to take care of Weezing at some point, so you can get that priority Tailwind later. But I think right now, you're totally chilling. I think conserving Whimsicott would feel really, really good. And that's what we're going to see here.
I mean, so he does conserve the Whimsicott, switches out, like in the Miraidon, like I was saying, and then you just Earth Power's the Weezing. That's actually crazy to me, because I feel like this Koraidon gets a free hit now, but
it does.
The Pleasant Gas is gone. That's huge.
Yeah, and now so we're gonna get this electric terrain, which is obviously amazing for Miraidon, because Koraidon already had his fucking son, and now he's gonna go for a fire move into Landorus. It's gonna be Flame Charge, I think. Yeah, it's Flame Charge.
That is a Flame Charge.
Okay.
I think Lando's maybe slower, actually, because it's not max speed necessarily. Although it could be max speed, max HP.
I'm thinking it is pretty slow. I think it's probably not faster than the Koraidon now. So now it is a little awkward. It's a little weird. But Koraidon...
Oh, but the Koraidon could be slow too, so it might not be faster. I was thinking of like a Flutter Mane with boost energy.
Oh, yeah, no. Usually well, if it's the same spread... We actually can look at the HPs here. This is actually... The spectator mode is fucking nice here. Let me tell you. I want to move my little picture here. I didn't even realize I was walking. But
that's a bulky Koraidon.
That is a bulky Koraidon. Yeah, it's 207 HP, and which is max, I believe. And if it is copied from the Jay Zhang team, it was max HP there as well, and it was really, really bulky. So we're gonna see Miraidon go first. It's just gonna go for a Gleam, just getting his damage up, sure. And then now this is the big moment here. Can he outspeed? It does outspeed, and it hits it with an EP, which it lives. Okay. So it might be a little bit faster. And now we're going to see a CC come off into Miraidon. He's going to eat that shit up. I still feel like this was a good turn for the Miraidon.
Yeah, it's interesting not to Flame Charge again there. I feel like getting rid of the Lando would be ideal, because now you're like susceptible to Gleam Earth Power. I mean, Sucker Punch could come out and would do a lot. But I feel like it's not the end of the world, to be honest. Like, you also have Electro Drift live.
Yeah, and we also are going to see another Tailwind come out here too. This turn just looks safe, right? It's just a Gleam EP. I think you could almost...
I like Electro Drift more in case they don't Rage Powder.
Okay, let's see it.
Switch to Calyrex. Are they going to protect? Are they going to attack?
Yeah, last turn Tailwind, I think.
Yeah. It's really nice he was able to preserve Whimsicott here. We see a Volt Switch. Yeah, you don't need to Gleam again. You have your special attack remain. Volt Switch is going to take it out. Now you get the Whimsicott back in. Another Tailwind setup.
Tailwind time. It's clean. He's clean with it here. Whimsicott, oh my god, dude. It came in with the big hat on. Let's go. And it's going to be an EP into Koraidon, yeah. That's just safe. You don't want to let him get out of control. You need to deal with him.
Yeah, and this Koraidon just protected, so you can target it with Earth Power here, click Tailwind, and you should be in the driver's seat.
Yeah, because there's no more ways to increase your speed. There's nothing you can really do here. Outside of just die, I suppose, right? Like,
You can get double protect, to switch to
Yeah.
brute bonnet, but I think the brute bonnet's dying or earth power at this point. It's so low. So I feel like it's really free to just tailwind earth power. The scary part is like, okay, you take a lot from Astral, and maybe Calyrex is slow and can't outspeed it, and you're in Sucker Punch range. So I think that's the fear. It's not a Gleam range. So maybe it is a bit of a trickier situation. Like the Calyrex is looking like it could get scary.
oh, but it's switching out here actually. So it's not risking. He's like trying to. I feel like that's a solid play because it's like I'm gonna hope for a throw, right? I'm gonna hope that he over predicts. He goes for like a crunch into my fucking brute bonnet, and he just chokes the game. But he's not. He's gonna go for protect here. So he is leaving himself open to a flame charge angle, and he's gonna set the tailwind. So if he flame charges Whimsicott, he could threaten a KO.
Crazy.
And
Dude,
he
he
is gonna do
called
it. He is gonna do it. That's so nice. Okay, he's saving himself here. He's back in the game because he was certainly cooked if Lander just pressed Earth Power there. But I did fuck with the protect a little bit. I do think it is safe to like just try to draw the attacks in, right? But yeah, he just went out of control there. That was a great turn.
Yeah, that was a really, a necessary read to get back into this game.
Yeah.
I feel like you're threatening Sucker Punch now. Collision Course could kill. You could even Rage Powder Flame Charge, like, I feel like there's a lot of different angles now to get back into this game, like, for real. But you have to get this turn right, otherwise it could be curtains again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does Lando live a sucker?
Yeah, he does.
He did. Okay, that's big.
Okay, it's gonna be a Flare Blitz. Yeah, into
No, it's another
Lander's
Flame Charge.
Flame Charge. Okay, so it's at +3 speed.
3 speed.
So it should outspeed everything. And now Whimsicott's gonna take his little KO. Good job. He's gonna get Brute Bonnet.
This might be all you need.
What's the last Pokemon here? That's the big one.
I think it's definitely Calyrex Ice, but actually, I guess not necessarily. It dies to a lot of things. Could be Incineroar.
I think Incineroar is probably the one here. It's gonna be Miraidon coming in though, but now this guy's at +3, so I think it should outspeed the Miraidon. Tailwind doesn't really matter here, right?
It matters to outspeed this Calyrex for sure.
That's true. Oh my god, it's Tickle time.
The sun is gone.
It's fucking Tickle time. It's Tickle Sun gone. He's gonna live Collision Course because of Tickle.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But then what if the Calyrex protects and it's not gonna live 2 of them?
No, it's
Even
not gonna live
after
2. You gotta get
double-
this turn right. It literally comes down to this, right? Tickle, lock in, for sure. You can click that move instantly. But then who are you Electro Drifting? If I'm him,
Yeah.
it kind of depends on your last Pokemon too, though. You do have options. Like if it is Incineroar, you could just target Koraidon if you get that kill. You're chilling, right?
Yeah. And this Whimsicott doesn't have Encore, so it's not like you can Encore the CSR into Protect. Oh, the CSR doesn't protect.
Okay.
I mean, I was curious. If it protected and, you get the collision courses off, does Moonblast KO? Like, these are the questions that were running through my head.
He lives
No, okay,
barely.
barely lives.
And he's going for Drift. Now, it doesn't matter which one he targets because both of them are going to get one shot here. And he gets it correctly. Okay. So if he did
I mean,
protect
you're just
CSR...
assuming that's Incineroar in the back.
I'm assuming it's Incineroar and we'll probably... No, we probably will know, right? Because you are just going to KO the Miraidon here. But you just get to keep tickling it, so I think no matter what the last Pokemon is, you do just get to, like, tickle him, and no matter what it is, you just win. If it was...
The only way at this point is, like, a crit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I mean, like, if you, like, double crit, you crit the Whimsicott, you crit the other guy. Holy fuck, it's just a tickle party here. Just never ending.
Dude, I'm actually thinking it's not Incineroar because of the targeting of Electro Drift.
True. It could be your Shifu. I think you could. Maybe your Shifu. You could also just do Ice Rider. Either one.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Who's it going to be?
I think it's Ice Rider, man.
Probably.
I feel like it's your restricted, you know?
And that's a Master Ball. That's going to be an Ice Rider. He's here. So now it's going to be at -3. So I guess if you do get a crit here, maybe you win.
I think if you get a crit here, it's over.
Yeah.
I don't think this Whimsicott's gonna do anything much. Just keep tickling away. Get this Koraidon really sad and, maybe a little bit loosey-goosey. It's gonna make him more susceptible to damage. So if it crits right here, I mean, this could be the game.
Yep. And it doesn't. Wow. 50 damage. So now this Glacial Lens is definitely going to kill him, right? Like, he's at -3. It's going to hurt. Oh, we Trick Room. Sure.
I just think that's a better play.
Yeah.
Exactly. You get another tickle.
I actually think he should have low-key protected. I think Protect was, like, pretty safe. Like, Tickle Protect.
Yeah, but it still comes down to whether or not.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does come down to that. But yeah, you do get to just smack him here with the Glacial after another tickle. So this is the 4th tickle.
There's no way this is living. I think this is so dead, especially with the Icicle plate.
Holy fuck. Tickle literally clutched the entire game there. That was clean as hell. I wasn't
so sick.
I wasn't sure if we are gonna see it or how relevant it was gonna be in the matchup, but that was huge. It literally hard carried that end game there.
Yeah, he actually needed it. I also was thinking, Prankster gets shut off. Especially after that taunt turn 1, I was like, yeah, damn, this ain't gonna be a tickle fest. But then it really came in to clutch the game. The Miraidon lives on 12 HP.
Yeah, and so now, how do you adapt? What do you do if you're the Weezing player? I feel like whenever I was playing Weezing, it was like, hey, this fucking sucks. I guess I'm just gonna have to get the protect turns correctly, right? Like that's kind of like how you have to play it, right? That's just kind of like how the team functions. If Weezing gets a sneaky Poison Gas or a sneaky Play Rough in, you just kind of win. And so sometimes I feel like it is really just like, if you just get the Weezing turns right, you can just take huge leaps and bounds and get ahead of your opponent.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was a fuck up, like game 1 maybe, where they just collision coursed instead of getting rid of the Lando.
Yeah.
And I think if you get rid of the Lando faster, you might have more room to work with. I also think that, like, Rage Powder looked really nice, or the Sucker Punch threat.
Yeah.
I think maybe if you're able to, use the Brute Bonnet and get those 50-50s right, it could cause a few more problems for him. Like, I think at the end of the day, you just can't, you can't lose momentum. You can't get the turn wrong. You have to get the flame charges right. You have to get your Terra predictions right. It's really finicky into Tailwind.
I do think Tailwind is one of the worst matchups for it. Like, when I was practicing with Weezing, I was like, fuck, dude. If I saw Whimsicott, some of them were Sash, too. I was like, god damn it, I'm cooked. Like, there's nothing I can do.
Oh, Sash would be so good. You don't even have to Terra.
Yeah.
But the Terra didn't look bad there. It was taking nothing.
Yeah, I mean, Whimsicott is really bulky. Like, it's kind of interesting, right? Like, this guy's team is basically MDB's team, Michael DeBesti's team, but with Whimsicott over Grimmsnarl. And it's like a more fun screens, right? Like, you have Tickle for your Reflect, and you have Light Screen for Light Screen. So,
you get a Tailwind mode instead of relying on Thunder Wave, which doesn't affect Archetypes or Electrics.
Exactly. And also, you can set up Tailwind, and you don't get fucked by Weezing. So, it helps out. It works here. All right. Same leads.
So same leads.
Same situation. I think the Whimsicott always has to just Terrify or Tailwind. Like, you could get crazy with it, right? And, like, actually mix up. Like, that's the thing about Weezing is you could just fire off an Earth Power turn 1 and say, fuck you, I'm calling that you're going for Whims for that free flame charge, right? But we also do know that the Lander still outspeeds Koraidon even at +1 speed, which is huge. That's actually really, really huge right now. Because otherwise it would just be a free flame charge into Whims and then you're in a bad spot. But I think Protect, Terra, Fire, Tailwind is just always works. Like, I literally see no downsides. I would follow that line every time.
I think you always Terra, Fire, Tailwind. There's no way you ever Moonblast.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's totally possible you could Earth Power, but I think the safer play is to Protect because you're still faster.
Yeah.
It's bulky Koraidon. There's no need to risk it. I'm probably just doing the same shit. But he is not. He is switching that Weezing out.
Okay.
And we got...
I don't know. Brute Bonnet, sure. Okay. So that means you get the
That's
Rage Powder turn
okay,
too.
he's back.
Yeah, you get the Rage Powder turn too. That's a good turn. Because that's a hard one to punish, right? Because even if you do read the switch, like, you're most likely not gonna just EP that slot, right? Like if you
and
read
he's got Terras.
Yeah, and there's no Terra from Koraidon, so I think we're just gonna see a flame charge from this Koraidon here. We're gonna see the Protect, safe. I think this play is good from our guy here. I think it's so safe, probably the safest play. All right, what's he doing? Is he flame charging
If the
Whims?
flame charge goes into Lando, it's not great. But it is Whimsicott. I think both players make great plays. One of them's obviously the safest play possible, but I really like not having to burn the Terra on Koraidon. And now that Whimsicott's Terra'd, it can't Moonblast the Koraidon through Rage Powder. It's going to get redirected. and you get another free hit here. Maybe a blitz KOs the Lando, but you might have to Terra.
You probably do have to Terra, judging by the max HP here. I mean, maybe you could throw a Flare Blitz plus Sucker Punch, but then you're risking a Moonblast. You're also risking a Tickle. Like, there are things that Whimsicott can do here now, because it isn't taunted. But, I don't know.
I think Tickle's a waste. I think you never click Tickle. I think you always just Moonblast.
I think you're just supposed to Moonblast Sludge Bomb, or are you just supposed to try to kill the Bourbonnet?
I think so, because nothing really wants to take that. I guess Weezing could come back in, but that's risky as shit.
Yeah, and what's really nice here is there is only one Flame Charge, and he can't really go for a second one. So Miraidon still will outspeed and threaten KOs. So I think this is a real nice Moonblast Sludge Bomb. I like that.
Holy balls, that did a lot.
Yeah, that was a
crit.
crit. And a special attack drop. Let's go.
Not built like that, bro.
Okay, so, and most of the time the Bourbonnets do not have Protect, by the way. So that's why that plays even safer. Alright, so is he going to go for Blitz or is he going to go for Charge? Okay, he's going to go for Collision Course. What the actual fuck?
Wait, you never switch out Lando there. Wait, what the hell?
Holy fuck, dude. He's trying to make crazy reads in game 2.
That has to be game over. What the hell was that? He was like, dude, the reads work turn 1, turn 2. It's like, let's just do something.
Dude, I loved his turn 1 too. I thought it was so safe and so fucking clean. It was a perfect turn 1. I loved it. But that was fucking psycho. That was crazy shit. Okay, this is a free Tickle Crunch, right? Is it time for Crunch? It's time.
I actually think, though, because he didn't Flame Charge, he probably just KO'd the Koraidon.
Fair.
Oh my god. If he does what I did, that Galaxy's dead.
Light screen EP?
EP. Oh my god. Clean. It's totally Koraidon dying to Earth Power. Yeah,
Holy. I loved his
domination.
I loved his turn 1 too, and he just choked it. Turn 2, he went crazy.
Why would you collision land? Like, what's the angle? I'm really struggling, dude.
I mean, maybe you trying to take a Flame Charge or a Flare Blitz with Miraidon, but I don't know.
I guess because, Miraidon could switch in and stop Spore. Like, I don't know, man. I think you always Flame Charge, because then you at least maintain the speed advantage. And if Lando is not staying in, the Brute Bonnet's alive another turn.
I also think, like, he never cares about his Lando. Like, the Lando, if it gets a Sludge, if it takes a KO, you're feeling pretty good, right? Like, it's sucking up a Flare Blitz and it's taking KO. I'm down for that. So, like, I feel like that was a play. He just kind of overreached it. Are we going to see the Crunch KO? I think we're trying to see the Crunch KO right now. Does it actually KO or no? Oh, Moonblast is going to go first. Fuck. I want to know if
well, maybe not without... Oh my god, it's there. What the hell? What the hell?
Yup, that's what it's there for. It's a really sick... It's a wild fucking move. I want to know the calc. I'm going to throw it up on the screen right now.
That's neutralizing gas up, too, so I don't know the boost difference.
Oh, you're right. That's huge. I mean, it is a Life Orb Crunch, right? Because it is applying the Life Orb, but yeah. And that's just going to be a forfeit. That was a clean 2-0. And we saw Whimsicott. That Whimsicott is, I think, he definitely probably specifically designed Whimsicott for this matchup and for this team. And like, it did wonders. It destroyed.
I was sick because we got to see his like vision, actually like in action. Like we got to see it portrayed beautifully in 3D.
I like how he had no emotion when he won. By the way, he was just like, he just blew a nice breath out, and he said, "Yup, I'm the fucking champion now." Oh wait, do they have to play again?
No way. No, that's it. He won.
Oh, okay, he won. Okay, dude, he looked like he was about to get ready to play again. He said, "Dude, I'll beat him again. I don't care what it takes."
You want me to do it 8 more times? I got you, man.
Whatever it
Maybe
takes.
Maybe it's an interview or something. But that was incredible.
That was incredible say. I mean, I think he played it flawlessly and perfectly. That was a clean set.
Wait, do they have to play again?
One sec. Oh my god, they do.
I haven't seen this.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay, yeah, they gotta fucking play again because it's a bracket fucking reset, so he has to beat him 2 more fucking times. Holy shit.
No way, dude. No way.
Yeah, because you mentioned the winner-loser bracket earlier, and like, usually when there's a winner-loser bracket, sometimes they don't make you do a bracket reset, like, because it's just faster and easier. But most of the time, there is a bracket reset, so that's why he wasn't fucking hyped, because he wasn't done yet. He's got to win 2 more, so the Weezing guy's like, fuck it. Honestly, now I respect the fuck out of the Weezing guy. This is like such a weird phenomenon, right? Because we never experience this. I've never seen this before in Pokemon since Players Cup 3, right?
Dude, I'm amazed. Wait, what the hell? I totally thought that shit was over. Now I understand why he's collision coursing Landers.
Yeah, I totally respect that. Is because he's up a whole set. You might as well just fucking try stuff. Okay, game 3. Let's do it. I didn't know about this. Okay, so
This is insane. Holy shit, we could have had 6 games of this, dude.
we could have had 6 games of this. I mean,
We still have 5. Let's see.
we could have 5 here. Okay, so games 1 and 2 played clean. I like this adjustment. He's trying new stuff. I'm down for it. I kind of like the Brute Bonnet lead because this thing can't die, right? Oh shit, terrible. Oh wait, maybe it can die. Holy
Wait, everything's
shit.
changed. What if he just gets Psychic turn 1 though? That would be sick.
Oh, lights. Oh, it's gonna be Tailwind. He says, "Fuck it, you can Psychic me turn 1. I'm gonna get this KO."
Yeah, I'm not leaving here without a KO. Don't give a shit about the light screen. Maybe even predicting an Astral. That Brute Bonnet's gone. Bye bye.
All right, hear me out. What if he switched to Weezing and Psychic? That would have been the sickest play of all time.
But then if he doesn't tear, it's just terrible. And like Moonblast Sludge Bomb is not a crazy play there, I feel.
Okay, so he
That's
does.
probably what he's hoping for.
So they both live somewhat comfortably, and we get that turn 1 KO on the Brute Bonnet, and Tailwind. So I feel like this was just a great fucking turn, no matter how you look at it, right? Because you are still threatening this Crunch. Like Crunch Moonblast, I don't think it KOs, but it's gonna do a fuck ton.
Crunch Moonblast is definitely KOing. Oh, you're saying if it tears?
Yeah, if it Terra Darks, yeah, I think it would live.
Oh yeah. I mean, at that point, you just Moonblast Earth Power. It'll definitely die.
Yeah, you don't even need Crunch.
But if Weezing comes in, it's a bit odd. But the Tailwind is up, and that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
The interesting thing is that Whimsicott took a lot. Like, if that was Life Orb CSR, I think it would have just died. So,
Maybe, yeah.
Spooky played actually saving his ass there.
I don't know, because it's only 10% more damage. I have to imagine that you count for the Life Orb, right?
Yeah. I guess that's true. But I don't know. 31 HP is not that much. But what is our boy doing here?
I don't know what he's doing here. I think you're supposed to... What an underdog story, by the way, to have to play a bracket reset. That is daunting. That is daunting in Pokemon. Because Pokemon is such a weird game that, like, sometimes you don't, like... I used to get really frustrated with the old system because in day 2 you could play the people you played day 1. And sometimes I'm like, damn, I can't beat this guy twice. I have barely enough juice in the tank to get one set out of him, let alone beat them twice, you know?
So we see a Protect on Koraidon and Lando. And the Moonblast goes into CSR, just chipping it slightly and KOing Whimsicott. So the Miraidon can come in here for free, probably. And this isn't looking like a bad spot. It's Crunch, Dazzling Gleam.
Dazzle, yeah.
I feel like maybe.
Dazzle doesn't get the range, though. I think you go
Or maybe
for...
Drift. You just Drift Earth Power or something.
Yeah.
Also, like, I totally feel what you're saying. I hate having to play the same person at tournaments. There's been so many runs where someone, like, literally is undefeated except against one person. And that's the reason why they don't win the tournament. But
Yeah.
that just means you're better, bro.
Yeah, so, I mean, if this guy wins, he's the ultimate underdog here. He has to win 2 sets against this. He's looking good, though. Like, I do think you kind of can do whatever you want. Electric Terrain is up. You could Draco. No, I think you're just supposed to Drift CSR and EP, right? That just seems like the best play.
I mean, the Koraidon did just Protect, so I don't even hate, like, a attack into it. But yeah, Drift EP is really safe because it threatens a Weezing switch in on either slot, and it's guaranteed a shit ton of damage and at least 1 KO.
So we are seeing a Terra here. This is big because this is the mind game. Is like what's gonna Terra, right? That's
Oh,
why.
it's over.
Yeah, that's why I like Drift EP. Is I think that most likely Koraidon's feeling pressured. Because the Whimsicott guy, he's chilling. He's like sitting there. He's like, yeah, dude, you have to Terra. You have to respect my damage. But the other guy, he's freaking out because he doesn't know if he's gonna Dazzle, if he's gonna Draco.
Oh, he drifts the Koraidon!
He's gonna Drift Koraidon. Okay, it lives though. And he's gonna go for
I think
EP.
he's doubled it because it's just Protected.
I don't. Oh no! This is beautiful. This is so. Well, no, it's not so beautiful. I was gonna say he could just Drift the Calyrex next turn and Trick Room with his Ice Rider, but I don't think he gets to do that because Weezing probably is threatening Taunt. It depends what the last Pokemon is here. He might lose this game.
Maybe he brought Instant. We've never seen. Oh, we saw Calyrex Ice Game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Instant could be really good here, and that would make sense if that's why he targeted it. But the Calyrex takes a +1 here. If it's the last turn of Tailwind, which I think it is, a Protect here is really scary.
It's gonna be Calyrex. And it is Walking Wake. Okay, so now I think so. Is this the last turn of Tailwind?
I have no idea. What's the CSR health though? Is it max?
It's pretty healthy.
I think that's range of Never Melt Ice. I think you can legit Electro Drift Trick Room, and it's not.
I think you can. I think you can.
I think you can't lose then.
Yep, it's a classic move here. I think he wins off that. The real question, I guess, is gonna be. Well, I guess you do have to go for Draco with Walking Wake too, which sucks. As long as Glacial picks up CSR here, you're chilling.
You have to imagine with Icicle Plate, it's not like a. I mean, I don't know. Is that Shadow Rider crazy bulky? It doesn't seem like.
Not super bulky traditionally. So we're gonna see the Protect. Please,
like
Drift
that.
Trick Room. He might also just read for fun. Nah, he's playing it safe. He's playing it cool. He's playing it calm. And Draco Meteor into Maridon. Yup. And Trick Room time.
Yeah, and the thing is that Walking Wake is so weak now. It's literally just if this Calyrex Shadow Rider can live on like even 1 HP, and if it can live at all, like the game's over.
I think it's
killing. What are you saying?
I think it's killing, dude. I think that Icicle Plate shit is about to clutch it up. He clutched it up with Tickle. He clutched it up with Crunch. Now it's time for the plate. Glacial Lance, here we go.
All right, here it comes.
And he's cooked.
That wasn't even close. You saw how fast it went down?
He's cooked. Okay. 3 games in a row. Can he fucking make it 4?
I mean, let me ask you, dude. Like, we practiced together. There's been many times where you're down like 0-3, 0-5. Like, you just can't beat me. What's going through your head?
Dude, I'm getting pissed off. But also, I do feel like if I was in this position, I mean, I think it's going to go one of 2 ways, right? You're either going to, like, freak out and play really crazy. You're like, fuck it. Nothing's working. I'm going to go nuts. Or you're going to play really, really reserved. You're going to stick to your style, and you're just going to keep getting red, keep getting, like, obliterated. So, I don't know. It's like, sometimes sticking to your guns is not a bad idea, right? If you think your play is, like, you know, you think your strategy or your ideas are working. I mean, I don't think he's playing particularly bad.
Dude, he's smiling. He's a psycho, dude. He was like, I've been waiting for this. Finally. Some risk. I've been in the winner's bracket killing. Now it's time to demolish him.
Because, yeah, he was down 2. Now he has to win 2 in a row. He was up fucking 4 games. And now. Exactly. Oh, my God, dude. And this guy, every single win, he's getting powered up, right? He is just getting momentum after momentum. He's feeling so fucking good. This is also, like, low-key, I think, a perfect matchup for like a bracket reset potential here, because he does have that confidence, and Weezing is so linear that there's not much they can do to really adapt or change it up. He is trying. You can see he's trying crazy shit, right? He didn't even bring Weezing last game.
And look at the foreshadowing. The sad face emoji as the name. Like,
I know,
he knows
dude.
that like the run's about to end, right? Just short. I think the matchup's just really good, and even the I like the change up. I thought Brew Bonnet CSR was interesting.
Yeah.
I think you got to bring in the Weezing like on an unexpected turn and get a turn like that. But our boy just never fucked up with the Whimsicott. Like he just played aggressive, managed to get a trade every turn, and he's not messing up. He knows what he needs to do. He's like a fucking surgeon right now.
I do kind of want the Weezing to win, because I feel like the game 5, would be a super fucking hype, right? If he is like, he finally gets beaten and then he's like, all right, I can do this. I can win one more. I can be the Korean national champion. A title that Seijun's held in the past. Like, it's fucking honorable. All right, here we go.
It's good. It's a hard tournament. This has been sick. We saw so many cool teams, honestly.
I did not expect a bracket reset. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know about this going into it. That's why, like, when he wasn't hyped, I was like, dude, I think we gotta go ahead a little bit, because I think there's a bracket reset. All right.
I was shocked, dude.
I
haven't seen that in a long time.
Game 4, yeah. Yeah, it was players go.
Right on.
Okay, I'm down. I mean, I think you could. I think this is just a tailwind, like. I don't know. It could be a Terra Poison Sludge Bomb again. You could. Or you could just... I kind of like this, because you could just switch into Weezing and Flare Blitz here. I don't know. It is really scary. There's a lot of options. Could be a switch to Weezing Flame Charge into the Whims if they don't feel like they need to Terra that slot. There's options here for our new underdog.
I think if you're the Brute Bonnet player, Flame Charge and Spore that slot. Predict the Lando to protect Tailwind like he did 2 times already. I think it could be...
You're saying like Flame Charge Spore the Whims?
Yeah, I think it could be the play. Gets... You have to go crazy, dude. You just lost like 3 times in a row to this guy.
Yeah, and he's doing the same thing every fucking time. He just leads the same 2 Pokemon. Okay, is Weezing time? Oh no, it's Tailwind time. Okay.
Oh, no Terrafire either.
Yeah.
Wait, if he does the play I said, dude, he gets a free kill.
Whimsy got Might Lift Flame Charge.
Take that.
Whimsy Might Lift Flame Charge here. Yeah,
Oh
you need the
God,
Terrafire.
It
Was not close, dude. I think if you Spore Lando, you're chilling though. Okay, we got ourselves a game 4 here. This is playable. This is winnable. You just
but you could tickle him.
You can tickle him, but I do think that's okay. Actually, no.
No, because you're wasting a Spore turn, so you tickle. You tickle, get Flame Charged. Alright, you could also Moonblast the Brood. It's really not bad.
You could also threaten. I mean, I think you have to Terrify Crydon. No, like there's no other option.
Yeah, you're terrifying blitzing maybe.
I think.
Or do you Flame Charge again?
I think you Flame Charge again just to try to get the speed on these guys. Because I think Brood's healthy enough that he's going to be alive. So I feel like you can Terrifier. Oh shit, it's switching. Okay. To what?
See, I'm not sure I fully understand that. I feel like you could just Seed Bomb for Chip, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been opposed to a Seed Bomb. Because then it might be in Flame Charge range, right?
Or even Blitz, yeah. Even if it's at -1. Okay. Yeah, you have to Terrifier. You have to imagine it's going for a Flame Charge again. I really think we're going to see a Tickle here.
I think Tickle's the best play. I agree with you. I think Tickle goes really, really hard. We are going to see Moonblast into
Moonblast. Special attack drop? Oh, there it is.
That's money. And we're going to see what here?
Stay asleep.
Now it can wake up. And he's going to see a Flame Charge into Whimsical. Oh, it's a Flare Blitz into Landers. Oh, no, it's a Flame Charge into Lando. Okay. Everything's softened up. Everything's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just Flame Charge and Astral.
Yeah. And you should get a double KO. We might see a bracket reset. We're going to see a light screen. Okay. Okay, the last, I mean, you might as well, right? You can either weaken it with Tickle or you can light screen. Opting for light screen. We're going to see the Flame Charge into this guy. You know what's crazy?
Okay, but we're getting something different this time because now you actually have Terra available on your restricteds. Ice Rider could Terra Water here and Trick Room on this last turn of Tailwind. And it's about to get nasty, I think.
It's about to get real nasty, I think. I think you're just able to... I think it's a great spot. I think it's amazing, yeah. I don't know what the punish is. Maybe switch to Brute. But Electric Terrain is up. Yep.
Everything's dying to Lance. Maybe not the correct... Actually, I think both of them might just barely live the Lance, too. But it's going to take Chip with Electro Drift.
I'm wondering...
And if it doesn't, you just Gleam and Trick Room, like...
I think he messed up. I think he should have tickled the Koraidon. If he was just going to threaten the drift into that guy, why not just tickle, right?
Yeah.
Because he knew that turn was coming, yeah. Because as long as you're threatening that slot. Because I mean, I guess you could. I mean, it is AV and it is Ice Rider, so I guess you could just, like...
Light screen's up.
You could drift the Koraidon and...
but the Koraidon's faster, so you're taking extra damage no matter what.
Oh, true. Yeah, you gotta kill the thing. I think Tickle was 10 times better, but... Okay. Can Glacial Lance go the distance is the real question.
I think it can, but like you said, this Tickle fuck-up might just be the difference maker.
I really think it would have been a... Because then I'm not questioning Lance killing Koraidon, right? Like, there's no way he's living that. Here we go. Yep, it's with
I didn't even think about the defense drop. I was just thinking about the attack drop.
No, the defense drop is what I was getting at. That was what was going to go nuts. All right, Brute's going to come in. Honestly, this might be... I think maybe you should have let CSR die, because now I bet he's in Lance range.
Oh, yeah. But even if it isn't, you can just Glacial Lance, like, Gleam, you know?
Yeah, true. I guess you just take a Seed Bomb, but we're chilling here.
Yeah, Seed Bomb's not that big a deal.
No, it's a Calyrex, dude. This guy's a stat stick.
Even Collision Course Seed Bomb, you live.
Ooh, what
it protects. So scared of the drift, but I feel like you can't do that in this position. You have to take advantage.
Yeah, you do.
Of every possible opportunity to do damage. Okay, yeah, that took a lot. It's totally dying.
It's totally dead.
And you tricked them, right?
Yep, and then there is Rocky Helmet recoil. So there's Rocky Helmet, and Trick Room's up. I love the way his plan is just so airtight, but it's just working every single time. Like he's trying. The Weezing guy's trying to beat this, but like he's just like, dude, tailwind. I'm gonna try to sweep you in the last turn. I'm gonna trick room every single time. He just has the momentum. He has the right guys in at the right time.
Yeah, and I like that. This game, he knows he lives Flame Charge unless he Terras, so he just pins it with Earth Power. If you're gonna switch in Weezing, prevent my Tailwind, you're gonna die to Earth Power at least. Unless he blitzes, but then the recoil and all that, like, I feel like he played it different every single time. He led the same shit, but he showed, like, how it works in every scenario.
And every single trick came to play. Like, obviously we didn't get to see Helping Hand in Incineroar, or the Taunt or Shifu, but yeah, this matchup's not great. I mean, I think you could bring Incineroar.
I mean, this is a guide on how to play this matchup, dude. Oh, Lance Gleam, they're double dying.
Double dying here. It's so cooked. He's gonna Sucker Punch. He's trying to get damage. Dude, looks, Collision Course might have gotten that. Had he went for it.
That's actually a lot of damage, you're right.
Yeah.
The tickle would have been so big. He really had to Collision Course, man.
He really did. I don't like the Protect at all. That was crazy, but here comes the Volt Switch, sure. Why would he Volt Switch that? Why wouldn't he just drift it? Like, I don't think it matters at all, truthfully, but, like, I think he should have just drifted that if he was going to press the electric button.
I just don't get that at all.
It doesn't matter, but maybe he's just swagging a little bit. He's flexing because he knows he just beat this guy 4 times in a fucking row.
He's like, I don't want to take all this Rocky Helmet chip. Let's just Volt Switch.
Dude, what if that's... No, because he's always dying to lands.
Dude, I don't know. Like...
Man, the Rocky Helmet seriously almost saved the game. If he Collision Coursed that right slot, it was cooked. But alas, here we are. It's going to be a Protect. You need like fucking 8 of them in a row. Maybe, then you have a chance. But even then, Ice Riders live in this.
Nah, if you get 3 double Protects, like I think you can Astral Collision Course to victory, probably.
Oh, like 3 doubles, like double. Oh, he lived with 1, but this Gleam's going to pick it up, right? Oh, it's slower.
Oh, and it's slower. Holy shit, there's a chance. Oh, but that lived. Like,
it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
But it was 2 HP. It could have been rolls, and the tickle would have prevented all of this. Oh my god.
Oh, yep. And yep, he gives him a thumbs up. He says, "Fuck this guy. It's fucking over. I'm better. I'm the fucking GOAT here in Korea."
Dude, he's finally smiling. He's finally relieved. He just needed to do it 4 fucking times in a row.
Holy shit! I've never seen a final like this one before. This was hype as fuck, and he's gonna run the forfeit. Let's see that pop off, dude. Let's fucking see it. He claps for himself.
Oh, thank you for letting us see the Lance. He just broke his Switch in half, dude. He's that strong.
That was a clutch. That was a clutch performance. 4 games in a row, slaughtering Weezing every single time. That was perfect.
Dude, huge congrats. That was a beautiful Pokemon. He's so good. This guy's gonna be a threat at Worlds, and such creative picks too. It was honestly just amazing to see.
I'm hyped for him. I really want to see him do well at Worlds, dude. He's someone to watch for sure. I could feel it when I played against him, and I'm so happy to see him win this game. So I'm excited to see him go to Worlds. I mean, obviously he was already qualified, but I'm excited to see what he can do at Worlds because I'm hopeful. I'm expecting day 2. I'm expecting a deep fucking run.
Dude, I actually like the shirt tuck too. Like the Drip War. You know, he won 4 games in a row, and I think it was growing on me. And every single game, I was like, you know what, the tuck into the pants, the cuts clean, dude. I think he's just a champ in every way.
He really is. I'm excited to see how he does at Worlds. But thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this bracket reset, insane 4-game set. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.